Act 1, Scene 4, page 25. A flourish, so like dun da da, trumpet sounding because the king is coming in. Enter King Duncan. Lennox is just a soldier. Malcolm and Donalbain, the king's sons, who are also soldiers, and other attendants. Is execution done on Cawdor? Remember, Thane of Cawdor had to die because he's a traitor. Are not those in commission yet returned? The guys who were supposed to execute him, have they come back? My liege, they are not yet come back. But I have spoke with one that saw him die, who did report that, very frankly, the Thane of Cawdor confessed his treasons, implored your highness's pardon, and set forth a deep repentance. Nothing in his life became him like the leaving it. He did nothing in his life so well as he died. He died really nobly and well. He died as one that had been studied in his death to throw away the dearest thing he owed, as 'twere a careless trifle. There's no art to find the mind's construction in the face. It's hard to understand people. He was a gentleman on whom I built an absolute trust. Enter Macbeth, Banquo, Ross, and Angus. O worthiest cousin, the sin of my ingratitude even now was heavy on me. He's talking to Macbeth right now. I can never show you how grateful I am to you, is what Duncan has just said to him. Thou art so far before that swiftest wing of recompense is slow to overtake thee. Would thou hadst less deserved, that the proportion both of thanks and payment might have been mine. Only I have left to say, more is thy due, than more than all can pay. I owe you so much more than I can ever pay you, Macbeth. The service and the loyalty I owe in doing it pays itself. Macbeth is being very humble right here, right? Like, no, it's what I owe you. I'm loyal to you, king. I'm happy to do. Your highness's part is to receive our duties, and our duties are to your throne and state children and servants, which do but what they should by doing everything safe toward your love and honor. Well, welcome hither. I have begun to plant thee, and will labor to make thee full of growing. Macbeth's thoughts as he hears this, he's got to be thinking about the king. As Duncan is telling him, I'm just going to give you even more promotions and more promotions because you are so awesome, Macbeth. And now Duncan says to Banquo, Noble Banquo, that hast no less deserved, nor must be known no less to have done so, let me enfold thee and hold thee to my heart. There, if it grow, the harvest is your own. Being very loyal, you can imagine these guys bowing to the king as they say those things. My plenteous joys, wanton in fullness, seek to hide themselves in drops of sorrow. Sons, kinsmen, thanes, and you whose places are the nearest, know that we will establish our estate upon our eldest, Malcolm, who we name hereafter the Prince of Cumberland, which honor must not unaccompanied invest him only, but signs of nobleness like stars shall shine in all deservers. This is some interesting news that Duncan has chosen to share right here. It's kind of like he suddenly changes the subject, and he suddenly says to everyone gathered here that Malcolm, my eldest son, we're going to name him the Prince of Cumberland, which means you're naming him heir to the throne. If we lived over there in England, we would know Prince of Cumberland is heir to the throne. You can imagine Macbeth's reaction when he hears this, because the witches just told Macbeth that he's going to be king. And the other two prophecies of the witches have come true, and so Macbeth rightfully thinks this one should probably come true too. I'm going to be king. But here Duncan kind of throws in this wrench to Macbeth's plan. Macbeth must be thinking, how am I going to be king if Duncan has just said that Malcolm is going to be king? Anyway, from hence to Inverness, and bind us further to you, Duncan says to Macbeth. Inverness is the castle where Macbeth lives. So the king has just said, hey, we're all going to go to Inverness and we're going to celebrate this win, celebrate Macbeth being Thane of Cawdor, celebrate Malcolm being heir to the throne. Here's Macbeth's response to finding out the king and everyone's coming to his palace. The rest is labor, which is not used for you. Right? I'm so happy to host you. It's work, but for you, it's not work to host someone because it's you, O king. I'll be myself the harbinger. I'm going to go announce to my family, harbinger. I'm going to go share the news that you're coming and make joyful the hearing of my wife with your approach. So humbly take my leave. I'm going to get there before you and let my wife know you're coming. Why does Macbeth really want to get there before the king? Does he really just want to prepare a party? Or does he want to tell his wife some things? Is he plotting some things? Dun dun dun. My worthy Cador, says Duncan. And Macbeth aside, so nobody else is hearing this little soliloquy here from Macbeth. Here are his thoughts. The Prince of Cumberland? That's a step on which I must fall down, or else overleap, for in my way it lies. Stars, hide your fires. Let not light see my black and deep desires. The eye wink at the hand, yet let that be which the eye fears, when it is done, to see. What does he mean? Stars, hide your fires. Like he wants it to be really dark. Let not light see my black and deep desires. It has to be so dark that what Macbeth is desiring to do, nobody can see. So black what he is desiring to do. And then he says the eye wink at the hand. Like Macbeth doesn't even want his own eye to see what his hand is doing. He exits. Duncan has no idea what Macbeth is thinking. That Macbeth might be plotting his assassination, Duncan says. True, worthy Banquo. He, Macbeth, is full so valiant, and in his commendations I am fed. It's a banquet to me. Let's after him. Let's follow Macbeth, whose care is gone before to bid us welcome. Macbeth is a peerless kinsman. Dun da da da, and they exit.